Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into natural remedies for bleeding gums and gingivitis. You've sent over some fascinating research on this, and I'm so eager to dig in with our expert and see what we can uncover that might help you.
Yeah, it's a topic that really deserves a lot more attention than it often gets. Many people just assume bleeding gums are a minor annoyance, but they can be a warning sign of something much more serious brewing.
Right, definitely. Before we get to those remedies, can you give us a quick rundown on gingivitis itself? I know it has to do with gum inflammation, but what's the bigger picture?
Sure, so essentially, gingivitis is the earliest stage of gum disease. It happens when plaque, that sticky film of bacteria, builds up along the gum line, and your body's immune system fights back, which leads to the inflammation, redness, and bleeding that many people experience. If you leave it unchecked, though, it can progress to periodontitis, which affects the tissues and bones supporting your teeth, and that's when you start risking tooth loss.
Oh, wow. Okay, so definitely not something to ignore,
Yeah.
but that makes this deep dive even more important. So let's explore those natural remedies and see how they can help. Where should we start?
Well, some remedies focus on creating an environment where bacteria just struggle to thrive. A simple saltwater rinse is a great example. Salt's natural antibacterial properties help disrupt bacterial growth, and the warm water can soothe that inflammation.
Saltwater rinse. That's about as basic as it gets. I've heard of it, but never really considered it seriously. Is there any research suggesting it's actually effective?
Absolutely. Studies have shown that rinsing with salt water can significantly reduce plaque and inflammation, making it a valuable tool, especially in those early stages of gingivitis. And the best part is it's incredibly affordable and accessible to almost everyone.
So it's not just an old wives' tale. I'm starting to see why natural remedies have persisted for so long. What else works on that bacteria fighting front?
Another option is a hydrogen peroxide rinse. It acts as an antiseptic, helping to kill bacteria directly. However, it's really important to use it correctly. Always dilute a 3% solution with equal parts water before rinsing.
Diluted hydrogen peroxide. I'm more familiar with that for cuts and scrapes. Is there any risk of it damaging teeth or gums if used too often?
That's a great question. While hydrogen peroxide is safe when diluted properly, using it too frequently can irritate the gums and potentially lead to tooth sensitivity. 2 to 3 times a week is a good starting point, and you can adjust based on how your mouth feels.
Good to know. So we've got salt water for everyday use and hydrogen peroxide for a more targeted approach a few times a week. Now, this next one is intriguing. Oil pulling with coconut oil. I've heard about it, but the idea of swishing oil around my mouth for 10 to 15 minutes seems a bit intense.
It might sound unusual, but oil pulling has been practiced for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine. The idea is that the oil acts as a magnet, drawing out bacteria and toxins from the mouth. Some proponents even suggest it helps whiten teeth.
Okay, I'm curious, but I need to hear more about the science behind it. Is there any research to support those claims?
While the research on oil pulling is still emerging, some studies suggest it can reduce plaque and gingivitis-causing bacteria. Coconut oil, in particular, contains lauric acid, which has antimicrobial properties. It's not a magic cure, but it could be a helpful addition to your routine.
Interesting. So it might not be as out there as it initially seems. This is what I love about the deep dive, challenging assumptions and getting to the truth. Now, on to another kitchen staple, turmeric. I use it all the time in cooking, but I had no idea it could be beneficial for gums.
Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, is a powerful anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial agent. Research suggests it may be as effective as some medicated mouthwashes in reducing plaque and gingivitis.
That's impressive. So how do we use it? Just sprinkle it on our gums.
You can create a paste by mixing turmeric powder with a bit of water or coconut oil. Apply it to your gums for about 10 minutes, then rinse thoroughly. It can stain temporarily, so be mindful of that.
Okay, a turmeric paste. I can definitely see myself trying that. What else is hiding in the natural medicine cabinet?
Aloe vera is another natural remedy known for its soothing and healing properties. It's often used for skin irritations, but it can also be applied directly to the gums to reduce inflammation.
Aloe vera. I have a plant in my kitchen window. I'm all about simple, accessible solutions. Is there anything specific in aloe vera that makes it so effective for gums?
Aloe vera contains compounds like eastmannan, which has been shown to have anti-inflammatory and antibacterial effects. It's also thought to stimulate collagen production, which is essential for healthy gum tissue.
So it tackles inflammation, fights bacteria, and helps rebuild gum tissue. That's pretty impressive for a humble houseplant. This is making me wonder what other plants might have hidden benefits for our gums.
There are quite a few, actually. Tea tree oil is a powerful antiseptic extracted from the leaves of the tea tree. It's often used in skincare, but it can also be diluted and used as a mouthwash to combat gum disease.
Tea tree oil mouthwash. That's a new one for me. I usually associate tea tree oil with its strong scent. Is it safe to use in the mouth?
Definitely dilute it properly before using it as a mouthwash. A few drops in a glass of water is enough. And start slowly, as some people may find it a bit strong or tingly at first.
Good advice. So we've got tea tree oil for its antiseptic power. Now what about clove oil? I remember my grandmother used to use it for toothaches.
Clove oil is a traditional remedy for tooth and gum pain due to its analgesic properties. It contains eugenol, which has a numbing effect and can also help reduce inflammation and fight bacteria.
Clove oil, that takes me back. I remember the distinct smell. So it's like a natural pain reliever and antiseptic all in one.
Exactly. You can apply a drop or two directly to the affected area or dilute it with a carrier oil like coconut oil for a gentler massage.
Okay, this is fascinating. We've covered so many different approaches already. Saltwater rinses, hydrogen peroxide, oil pulling, turmeric, aloe vera, tea tree oil, and clove oil. I'm starting to see that there's a whole world of natural remedies out there, each with its unique benefits.
And we're just getting started. There's a lot more to explore, from dietary changes to other natural remedies that can support your overall gum health.
This is incredibly encouraging. I'm feeling empowered to try some of these out and see what works best for me. Before we delve into more remedies, let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue our deep dive into natural solutions for bleeding gums and gingivitis. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're exploring natural remedies for bleeding gums, and wow, I'm already amazed by the variety of options we've uncovered.
Yeah, it really is a testament to the power of nature and, how we can harness its resources for our well-being.
Exactly. Now, before the break, you hinted at other remedies and dietary changes that can contribute to gum health. I'm curious to hear more about that.
Sure. One simple yet often overlooked remedy is green tea. It's packed with antioxidants, particularly catechins, which have been shown to exhibit anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties.
Green tea, I'm a huge fan. I drink it almost every day.
Yeah.
I had no idea it could be so beneficial for my gums.
Well, studies suggest that regular green tea consumption can reduce plaque buildup and gum inflammation. Some researchers even believe it may help prevent bone loss associated with periodontitis.
That's incredible. So my daily cup of green tea is doing double duty, boosting my overall health and supporting my gum health. I'm loving this. What other simple remedies can we add to our arsenal?
Another one you likely have in your pantry, baking soda. It's a mild abrasive that can help remove plaque, and it also helps neutralize acids in the mouth, creating an environment that's less hospitable to bacteria.
Baking soda, that's a classic for a reason. I've used it for cleaning and baking, but I never considered using it for my gums. Is it safe to use regularly?
Yes, but moderation is key. While baking soda is generally safe, using it too abrasively or too frequently can wear away tooth enamel. A good approach is to mix a small amount with water to form a paste and gently massage it onto your gums once or twice a week.
Baking soda paste, I can definitely see myself adding that to my routine. So far, we've focused on remedies that directly target bacteria and inflammation. What about dietary changes? What can we eat to support healthy gums from the inside out?
That's a crucial part of the equation. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains provides the nutrients your body needs to maintain healthy gums and fight off infection.
Okay, that makes sense. But are there any specific foods that are particularly beneficial for gum health?
Absolutely. Leafy greens, like spinach and kale, are packed with vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production. Collagen is a protein that helps hold gum tissues together and strengthens them.
So a salad a day keeps the dentist away. I can get behind that. What else should we be loading up on?
Dairy products like yogurt and cheese are great sources of calcium and vitamin D, which are essential for strong bones and teeth. Strong teeth help support healthy gums.
Cheese and yogurt, those are definitely easy additions to my diet. What else should we prioritize?
Nuts and seeds are packed with vitamin E and zinc, both of which have antioxidant properties that can help protect your gums from damage. Plus, they offer healthy fats, which may help reduce inflammation.
Nuts and seeds, another great snack option. I'm starting to see a pattern here. A balanced and colorful diet seems to be key for gum health.
You're exactly right. And don't forget about vitamin C-rich fruits like oranges, strawberries, and kiwi. Vitamin C is crucial for collagen production and boosts the immune system, helping your body fight off infections, including those that can affect your gums.
Fruit for dessert. That's a dietary recommendation I can definitely get behind. So we got leafy greens, dairy, nuts and seeds, and vitamin C-rich fruits. Anything else we should include in our gum health shopping list?
One more important addition is omega-3 fatty acids. They have powerful anti-inflammatory properties and can help reduce gum inflammation and bleeding. You can find them in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as in flax seeds and chia seeds.
Omega-3s, got it. I'm already a fan of salmon, so that's one I can easily check off the list.
Uh,
This is all fantastic information. It's so encouraging to know that simple dietary tweaks can make such a huge difference. But before we wrap things up, I have to ask, are these natural remedies and dietary changes enough to completely prevent gum disease?
While these natural approaches can significantly improve your gum health and even reverse early stages of gingivitis, they're not a substitute for professional dental care. Regular checkups and cleanings are essential for preventing and addressing any underlying issues that may be contributing to gum disease.
That's a good point. So even with all these natural remedies at our disposal, regular dental visits are still crucial.
Absolutely. Think of these remedies as complementary to professional care, not replacements for it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
So when should we be waving the white flag and heading straight to the dentist? What are the red flags we shouldn't ignore?
If your gums continue to bleed for more than 2 weeks, even after trying these remedies, that's a definite sign to see a dentist. Other red flags include severe pain or swelling in your gums, pus or a foul taste in your mouth, and loose or shifting teeth. These could indicate a more serious infection that requires professional attention.
Those are important warning signs to be aware of. So even though we're exploring natural remedies, it's crucial to stay vigilant and seek professional help when needed. This has been an incredibly enlightening deep dive. We've learned so much about natural remedies for bleeding gums, the power of diet, and the importance of professional dental care. I'm feeling inspired and empowered to take control of my gum health.
Me too. It's amazing how much we can do to support our gum health naturally. By incorporating these remedies and dietary changes into our routines and staying informed about our oral health, we can make a real difference.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener. Before we wrap things up, I'd love to hear your final thoughts. What's one key takeaway you'd like to leave our listeners with?
You know what's fascinating here is the interconnectedness of our oral health and overall well-being. What we do for our gums, we do for our entire body.
I love that perspective. It's a reminder that taking care of our gums is about so much more than just a bright smile. It's about investing in our long-term health and vitality.
Exactly. And by embracing these natural remedies and making informed choices about our diet and lifestyle, we can empower ourselves to take charge of our gum health and enjoy the benefits of a healthy, vibrant smile for years to come.
Beautifully said. This deep dive has been a true testament to the power of natural remedies and a reminder that we have more control over our health than we might think. Before we sign off, I want to thank our listeners for joining us on this journey into the world of natural gum care. We hope you found it informative and empowering.
We encourage you to explore these remedies and share your experiences. Remember, small, consistent steps can lead to huge results over time. And as always, consult with your dentist for personalized advice and to address any specific concerns you may have.
That's a great reminder. Taking care of our gums is an ongoing journey, and we're all in this together. So keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep those gums healthy and happy. It's so empowering to realize that we can take such an active role in our gum health. We've covered a wide range of natural remedies and dietary tips. I'm curious, from all the options we discussed, is there one that stands out to you as particularly effective or intriguing?
Oh, that's a great question. It's hard to pick just one, as they each have their own unique benefits. But if I had to choose, I'd say oil pulling with coconut oil holds a special place for me. There's something so ancient and ritualistic about it, and the potential benefits for oral health are quite compelling.
I agree. Oil pulling definitely sparked my curiosity as well.
Yeah.
It seems like something that's been gaining a lot of popularity in recent years. Do you think it deserves the hype?
I think it's a practice that's worth exploring, especially for those looking for a natural way to support their oral hygiene routine. The research on oil pulling is still developing, but there's growing evidence to suggest it can help reduce plaque and bacteria in the mouth. Plus, it's a relatively simple and inexpensive practice, making it accessible to most people.
That's a good point. Accessibility is definitely a key factor when it comes to incorporating these remedies into our lives. Now, before we wrap up our deep dive, is there anything else you think our listeners should keep in mind as they explore these natural approaches to gum health?
Well, this raises an important question about consistency. The key to success with any of these remedies, whether it's a saltwater rinse or dietary changes, is incorporating them into your routine consistently. It's not about finding a quick fix, but rather making sustainable changes that support your long-term oral health.
That's a great point. It's about establishing healthy habits that become second nature. We've learned so much about natural remedies for bleeding gums, from simple solutions like saltwater rinses to more complex approaches like oil pulling and dietary adjustments. It's inspiring to know that we have so many options available to us.
Exactly. And remember, this deep dive is just a starting point. We encourage you to continue exploring these remedies, do your own research, and find what works best for you. And as always, don't hesitate to consult with your dentist for personalized guidance and care.
Well said. This has been a truly fascinating exploration of natural approaches to gum health. I'm feeling empowered and motivated to take better care of my gums, and I hope our listener feels the same. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll be back next week with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep those gums healthy and happy.